All right, welcome in. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day as usual. This
Yeah.
is the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cobold, here with my main man, Max. Max, what's going on, man?
Hey, nothing much, man. I was just wondering, since it's hump day, did you ride on in here on a camel?
No camels for me. No
No,
camels
no
for me.
camels over there?
Never actually ridden a camel, have you?
No, I can't say that that's a usual thing. Where do you think we can
Egypt?
ride camels here in America?
Egypt?
Do we have places for that?
Here in America, maybe some type of 4-H fair in the summer somewhere
Maybe,
pretty rural. Who
maybe
knows?
Nevada by the desert. Maybe
Yeah,
they have camels over there.
outside
Camel
of
ride.
Reno, maybe outside of Reno.
I couldn't tell you.
Tough to say. Tough to say. We'll have to look into that. But what else is going on with you?
Nothing, not too much, man. It's a gorgeous day here in California. It's about 76 degrees. Can't complain about
Oh
that.
man, oh man, early February, 76 degrees.
Yeah, that's nice.
A lot of lot of
That's
a lot of people listening to this right now is pretty jealous, including
eh,
myself, including myself.
weather's nice. The weather is nice, no doubt. Yeah. But over the weekend, not too much was happening. But I will say, did you by chance did you catch the Grammys?
I missed the Grammys. I missed them.
Oh yeah, didn't watch them. Yeah, that's okay.
No,
I'm not too interested in
the
it either.
Sunday night was it Sunday?
Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but wasn't watching the Grammys.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not too interested in it either. But I was cooking some chicken parmigiane. Okay, chicken parmesan, top five
Okay.
food, top five
Oh,
food, so good.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Top
Very
five
nice.
dish.
Top five dish.
Um,
Okay.
so anyway, I had it on. So I mean, like I didn't watch too much of it. Uh, but there's one thing I wanted to bring up because this is the one thing that I did notice as soon as I heard the coming up Madonna, I was like, oh shit! Like I was like, okay, Madonna's kind of a big figure. Okay,
Oh
everyone
yeah,
knows
sure.
Madonna.
Everybody knows Madonna.
Yeah, you know a lot about Madonna. How
Oh, I
come,
know a
Breezy?
lot about it. Oh yeah, I could spit facts. I could not. I could not. But you can. But you can.
She okay, all right. So for the past 40 years, we've considered her the queen of pop. All right. So everyone really knows Madonna, but okay. So have you seen Madonna lately?
I haven't. No. Haven't. I don't know what she's up to.
Okay. Well, okay. Hold on. I just sent you. I knew we were going to get to this, so I had this already prepared. I just sent you a picture of what she
Okay.
looks like now, and I'm
Nice.
telling you right now, Madonna looks like the Jigsaw killer, the Jigsaw, the toy clown Jigsaw from Saw.
Okay.
Okay, this is what she looks like. Yeah,
Oh, hold on here.
I'm
Oh
look,
wow.
okay,
Whoa.
that's pretty
Whoa.
accurate.
Whoa.
All right,
What's
that's pretty accurate.
what
All
happened?
right. And okay, dude, I'm sorry, but she looks demonic. She looks scary. And
Whoa.
not only this, like she came out and she was saying, if you're a little dangerous,
Oh.
if you're a little scandalous,
Oh.
that's a good thing. Like I was like, huh, okay.
Hmm.
And so I was like, whatever. Like the speech sucked. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then right after that, uh, Sam Smith did this song that was very satanic. Like he was Satan. He was Satan, and he had his demons around him dancing, and it was like everything was red with fire, and it was like hell. Like they took you to hell, and it was like okay. I think that we've gotten to the point, bro, that I don't think that the Grammys are a family oriented program anymore. I
Not
don't think
for
that you can
not what you just told me.
dude,
I
you can't watch this with your kids. Like these are not things that you want to be watching with your kids or letting your kids watch. Okay. And speaking of which, I'm going to say this. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me if you don't want to.
well,
But
of course.
I think we have gotten to a point here where I'm telling you, actors, actresses, musicians, even athletes, they are not role models anymore. They are
Yeah,
not role models,
yeah, yeah.
you
Athletes.
know?
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a good point.
Every all these big figures that maybe we had growing up. Luckily enough, like we can, we like okay, this is all I have to say. We'll move on from this. Was that um that if I were a parent and I heard that my kid was going to say that my role model is this actor or actress or even athlete, I would do whatever I can as a dad to change his mind to say, oh, my mom is my hero, is my role model, my grandpa, my dad, my
Yeah,
grandma. uh
yeah.
I would that makes more sense. That
It
makes more sense
does. It does.
than to
Yeah.
be an idol of these guys that are out there right now.
Millionaires,
So
divas.
I'm grateful. My role model is my dad.
Yeah,
My
I'm right
role model
behind
is my
you.
dad.
I'm right behind you.
He taught me so much, and I'm telling you, we've gotten to this point where anyone in entertainment, they're just not role models, man. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as you.
But moving on to a little bit more sportiness,
Yeah.
I noticed that Derrick Henry jersey has been taken down, and what is
Oh,
that in the background?
well, Derrick Henry is probably on a beach somewhere, just kicking back, probably having a couple of beezies, brews. But it's the off season for him now, and it's college basketball time. We got a Kansas jersey here.
Oh,
Okay, do we know who this is? Number 13, one of the most
uh,
famous players to ever play the game. Actually
hmm,
went to Kansas. Do we know who this
yeah.
is?
Uh, is is that Wilt Chamberlain?
That's Wilt the Stilt. That's Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain, baby.
Damn.
Uh,
I
a lot
could
of people.
read it. I could read it, but I just didn't know he went to Kansas.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Wilt played, I believe, only 2 years with the Jayhawks, and went on to star in the NBA, as we know, a top 10 player to ever play the game, I'd say. And of course, he holds the single game record for 100 points in a game, which that's never going to get broken. I don't see that ever getting broken.
No, no way. Yeah, that's an awesome. Out of every Kansas player, that is probably the best jersey you can have.
I think
I
so
just,
too. I think
I
so
was just
too.
thinking about it. Like, nice jersey pick.
Thanks, man. Nice old school jersey. It's a smooth one. Old
A
school.
little faded.
It's a little faded. It's been
Little,
around. Worn it watching a lot of games.
yeah.
Um,
Or did you take that bad boy to the cleaners? Or are you washing it? It looks like you're doing it at home.
I did. I did it.
That's why it's
I did it
faded.
at home. You're
That's why it's
right.
faded. You take that baby to the cleaners. Thought I taught you
You're
this.
right. Milton Edie Cleaners, or what was their name?
Milton Edie's right down the street.
Okay.
Right down the
Okay.
street. They'll get it to you
Well,
in a couple hours. Get it done pretty quick.
they sound efficient. They sound like they give you your bang for your buck.
They've been here for 60 years.
Tried and true. Speaking of records that uh, Wilt Chamberlain's record of 100 points in a game is never going to get broken, I don't think. But a huge record got broken last night in the sports world. LeBron James
Yeah.
became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, this is the best league for playing basketball in the world, and LeBron, 38,390 points. He's the top. He's the top scorer, most points ever. What's your thoughts on that?
Congrats to LeBron James.
Congrats
Absolutely.
to the king.
That's. I don't want to get too detailed on this. We can have a little discussion on how I believe that, personally, me, I think we can all agree. There's going to be some people that would agree that the NBA has changed, right? We
It
can talk
has.
about this another time.
We
Like
will.
we
We
don't need.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to shit on LeBron's accomplishment, because it is
No,
an incredible accomplishment.
it
There's
is.
the all-time leading scorer ever in the history of NBA basketball. You got to give it to him. So
The longevity of this guy, the fact that he's still doing it. I believe
yeah,
this is year 20, year 19. I mean, it's crazy. The I mean, he's an all-star starter, I believe, this year. So he's yeah, a lot of votes from a lot of queefs, but he's still a leader of his team, and the fact that he's this old doing it, maybe his son Bronny in a couple of years can make it to the league and he can play with his son, like that'd be crazy.
Maybe
So
that's his goal. Maybe that's his goal. He
I
wants to play
I
with his son one season, and then he's done. That's interesting.
I believe he has mentioned that. So this guy's the Tom Brady, you could say, of the NBA with the longevity, but still doing it at the age that they're doing it.
Yeah,
Not
but
winning.
I wouldn't say LeBron is the best ever. Sorry, I'm not gonna.
I'm not either. I'm not either. I'm not
Okay.
either. I'm not either.
Because
Michael
we
Jeffrey
agreed that
Jordan.
Tom Brady's the best football player that ever played the
We
game.
we
We
agree.
agreed on last episode. So
We agreed Tom Brady's the GOAT. We can agree Michael Jeffrey Jordan's the GOAT. We can agree with that. And
I think it's Michael Jordan that is the best to play.
yes.
You know, and uh, really quick here. Uh, I watched this short interview with Shaq, and it was with this analyst. I think it was Chris Broussard. Don't hold my tongue to it. Sorry, but they were talking about who's the best ever, and then he was saying that LeBron James was the best ever, and then Shaq just said, he goes, "Oh, okay." He starts laughing, and he goes, "Okay, Michael Jordan, how many championships? How many championships has he been to?" And he said six, and he goes, and he goes, "How many championships did he win?" And he goes, six, and he goes, "Enough said." So
Enough
he's
said.
100% a 100% champion. And I
All
was
with the
like, damn,
same
I
team.
love Shaq. Shaq's the man.
All with the same team.
Yep.
Yeah, go Bulls. Go Bulls for you.
Go Bulls in the 90s.
But hell of an accomplishment for the King James. 38,390 points, like we said, is I don't know if that'll be touched. The way that the NBA is scoring more and more and more these days, it probably will. It probably will.
I think
But
Steph Curry's the next one to pass it. I'm telling you. I think that
Steph,
he's gonna he'll pass it.
I don't know if Steph's gonna hold up physically.
Mm.
He seems to be catching a lot of injuries here lately. But that's about all the NBA talk that I can handle for today. So, lastly,
We were holding
lastly,
our breath on that. I was holding, yeah, we were holding our breath.
lastly, congrats to
Move
the
on.
king. Congrats to the king.
Yeah,
Moving on
congrats.
to our college basketball podcasts. Here we go. We had a big Saturday. We had a big last Saturday. Six ranked team, six games where both teams were ranked. I believe that tied the record for most in a single day in the AP poll history. So
Damn.
it was a juicy Saturday. We saw upsets. Does your top 10 stand right now?
All right. So are we going for number one, or are we going all the way to 10? Starting
I
from one?
say I say we start at one because
All
there's
right.
less debate at the top than there is at the bottom.
Number one, I am not ever gonna shy away from putting Purdue number one this season.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
go Purdue Boilers, 22-2, 11-2 in the Big Ten. They had a an awesome game against IU at
Mm-hmm.
IU
At
in this
IU.
rivalry matchup that we have. And it was an incredible game. If you were not watching that game, oh my goodness, you really missed out on some basketball. Like just an unbelievable basketball game. Like
Yeah, that's what college basketball is right there. Great rivalry game.
yeah,
I want to
you
say
upset us. It's okay.
down down 15 at the half. Boilers.
Down 15 at the half. Purdue was down by one. And then it was a back and forth from there. And hey, IU won it. IU won it. So I'm going to give it to them. But when IU comes to Mackey at the end of the season,
Ooh,
we're
juicy,
gonna take them to town. I'll tell you right
juicy.
now, we are taking them to town.
I'll be excited to watch that one. We don't need to go any further because I also still have the Boilers number one. I didn't drop them. They
Yeah.
even with that loss, they are the number one offensive team in the nation. Okay, they got everybody can score. Got Zach Edey dominating. Boilers
Mm-hmm.
number one, no doubt.
In that loss against IU, Zach Edey had 34 points and 16 rebounds. So if you think he had an off game, he didn't.
15
He
of
was
19
dominating.
shooting. Now, a lot of people were talking some trash. 15 of 19. That's
That's a
keep giving
pretty
it
high
to him.
percentage shooting.
Keep
Holy
giving it to
shit.
him. Keep giving it to him.
15 and 19. That's nuts. He made 15 shots. That's hard to do. That is
That's
very
hard
hard
to
to do.
do. That's hard to do. Yeah,
All
a
right,
little easier when you're 7-4 though. Who's your
fair
number
enough.
two?
Number two, don't be surprised, but these guys deserve number two. It's Bama, Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama right now is sitting at 20-3. They are 10-0 in the SEC. They're ruling it. They are ruling the
Yep.
SEC.
Yep. I'm right there with you. I had Bama there at number 2 last week. Kept them there. Number 5 in Ken Palm. Number 3 in the net, led by freshman star Brandon Miller. Bama is
Yeah.
really good. I think they got the SEC. They got a 2-game lead on Tennessee. They should get the SEC.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that, but we'll see. That's the fun thing about college basketball. Anything can happen here.
Anything can happen.
Number three, I have Houston. Houston sitting at 22-2, second best record in the league. And they're 10-1 in the American Conference. They're obviously going to run away with that conference.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll lose again the rest of the season because that
They might.
conference is a little soft.
It's pretty soft. I also agree with you with Houston at number 3. We got the same top 3. The computers love them. First in Ken Palm, first in the net. That Temple loss still puzzles me. That Temple loss at home, but I do have Houston number 3 with you.
Sweet.
Who is your 4th ranked team as of February 8th?
Number 4, we're going to take this bad boy to the Pac-12. I have Arizona sitting at 21-3.
Yep.
Right now, they are 10-3. So all 3 losses have been in their conference.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now they're winning that conference. And it looks like, I mean, it's going to be a battle between them and UCLA. I'll tell you right now. But it's looking like those are the only 2 teams that are really, really competing. USC slipping up, but that's about it.
They got one more loss in the conference than UCLA. They've beaten UCLA, so they got that tiebreaker. But
Right, yeah.
Arizona's 10-3, UCLA's 10-2. That's obviously coming down to those 2 teams. I'm also right there with you. Number 4, Arizona. They're led by Azulis Tubelis, a guy that we're gonna get into a little bit later.
Wouldn't watch.
Who is your 5th ranked team in the nation?
5th ranked. You're gonna be happy about this. Let's go to KU. Kansas.
Baby.
Kansas
Hello.
top 5, baby.
Hello.
19-5 record.
Hello.
19-5 record. This is an 8-4. 8-4 conference record. That it's the best conference in basketball. So if you see these records that like 8-4,
I gotta stop you. 7-4.
They're 7-4. Oh,
7-4. Yep. 1 game behind Texas. 1 game behind Texas.
Gotcha. Well, anyway, Kansas beat Texas on Monday, and it was a
big win.
It was a great game. That was an awesome game. That was another just good straight up basketball game. Texas was making a big comeback. Marcus Carr on Texas is good, man. He's good, and
he's getting
Texas
them up there.
Goes hard, man. Like they really go after the boards. I see them.
They got a lot of bodies. They got a lot of bodies. You're actually higher on the Jayhawks. I had to drop him down to number 6. Okay. I got the Jayhawks number 6 after that puzzling. What was it? A 13-point loss at Iowa State.
Yeah.
I just gotta. That was on Saturday, like we said. They played Texas on Big Monday, won by 8, beat Texas by 8 on Monday. But that Iowa State game on last Saturday lost by 15 points, and that lost 68-53. That 53 points was actually the lowest amount of points Bill Self has had in a Big 12 game at Kansas. So that's tough. So I had to drop Kansas to number 6. They are ranked 1st in strength of schedule, though. So let's have some courtesy for that.
That's okay. Well, there you go. That's why they're a top 5 team for me.
Yeah, they keep it going this weekend. They'll be back up there for me too. Who is your 6th ranked team?
Number 6. I'm not going far from the Big 12 here. Texas. Okay, I got Texas. They're also 19-5. 8-4 in the conference. Am I getting this right?
I got 8-3.
They're 8-3. All right.
Yep. I'll just
that's not counting this loss. That just
Te-
happened with Kansas?
Texas 8-3, Iowa State 7-3, Kansas 7-4, K State 7-4, Baylor 6-4.
I think they're the two best teams in the Big 12. Then watching them battle on Big Monday was kind of showed me that.
Oh yeah, that was
I'm
a
watching some
battle.
other Big 12 games that they I don't know, Big 12 is really good, but they look like the best teams to me.
I also have Texas next. I have them at number 7. Okay, so
Gotcha,
I'm one spot lower.
gotcha.
They they look good. They got veteran guards. They got Dylan Mitchell, their foreman's probably an NBA player.
Yeah,
Texas can make a Final Four run. I got them at number 7.
nice. Who do you have at 6? Kansas?
6 is Kansas. My number 5 team. Looks like you're a little lower than me. I got UCLA.
Oh,
I got the Bruins. Okay,
nice. Okay, top
Not,
5 team.
19-4, 10-2. They're third at Ken Palm, fifth in the net. They're the third ranked defensive team in the nation. Okay, so they're
Nice.
getting it done defensively. Mick Cronin has them playing defense with their feet, not their hands. Okay,
Yeah.
I got UCLA number 5. The Pac-12 comes down to Arizona and UCLA this year.
Oh yeah. Well, we won't go shy far because that is my number 7 is UCLA. Uh, yeah, Mick Cronin is the man. He's a great coach, and he's really changed this UCLA. As soon as he got in the league, as soon as he got that job, instantly UCLA is a better team. And they're they're my favorite team to watch in the Pac-12.
Yeah,
I'm here in LA, so if there's one college team I'm looking at if it's on TV, because I'm here, I'm down to watch UCLA.
definitely a good team to watch. So we have the top 7, same teams, different order, but top 7 is the same teams. Who do you have at number 8?
Number 8, going back to the SEC, Tennessee, 19-4,
Tennessee.
19-4,
Tennessee.
8-2 in the SEC conference. You know, I had a lot of things to say about them last week. I thought
You
they were
did.
really
You had a
good.
number 2. You had a number 2,
I
Quee.
had them at number 2, and
You
then
got
they had
Florida.
this loss
Florida.
to Florida, and
Yeah, and
that
then
definitely makes me shake my head.
and
So
then only scored 46 points in their win against Auburn. So
yeah,
they
beat
can't
them, but
score. They can't score, but they can play defense. I also have Tennessee at 8. They're second at Ken Palm. They're the first ranked defensive team in the nation. Number 1 defense, Tennessee. Okay, and they're also second in the net. Got that big win over Kansas, like we talked about. I also got Tennessee 8.
nice, nice.
Who's your number 9?
Number 9, we're gonna move on over to the only ACC team worth talking about, really,
Yeah, yeah.
Virginia. All right, Virginia. They're at 18-4, 10-3 in the ACC. I mean, they just came up with a big win against Duke. Am I correct, or are they facing Duke? Sorry.
Yes.
They're facing Duke coming up.
Yeah.
They whatever their last game was, it was a decent win. UNC, North
Well,
Carolina,
they're coming off a loss to the Hope. They just beat NC State last night,
NC State. Okay.
and they got beat by the Hokies on Saturday. I
Oh,
I got Virginia number 10. Okay, the the ACC is pretty interesting there at the top. You got Clemson, Pittsburgh, and Virginia all at 10-3. Miami's at 10-4. NC State's at 9-5, and I didn't even mention Duke or North Carolina. So
yeah. How about that? How about that?
the ACC is pretty interesting. It's definitely down. Notre Dame. You seen their record lately? Notre
Not good.
Notre Dame is 10-13 overall, 2-10 in the conference. Now that's a
Nice.
big drop from last year. Uh,
Yeah.
so Virginia number 9 for you, Virginia number 10 for me. My number 9 is
Yeah.
another Big 12 team. I got the Baylor Bears. They're 17-6, 6-4 in the Big 12. They're the third ranked offensive team in the nation, and they got the fifth ranked strength of schedule. So I got Baylor number 9.
Baylor is my number 10. How about that?
There you
Yeah,
go.
they're 17-6, 6-4 with their record. Baylor they just play hard, and
They do.
Big 12 is definitely the best conference. They're the next best team in the conference. That's why
Yeah.
I have them at 10.
I've
Baylor's
got three
good.
We both have three Big 12 teams in our top 10. So, and a couple knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Just to review, my top 10 was Purdue, Bama, Houston, Arizona, UCLA, Kansas, Texas, Tennessee, Baylor, and Virginia.
We basically had the exact same thing. A couple of flips around there, but Purdue, Alabama, Houston, Arizona, Kansas, Texas, UCLA, Tennessee, Virginia, and Baylor.
Nice. Yeah. Same 10 teams. So we're pretty locked on. I feel like last week there were teams that were getting left out, but this week I felt like, oh, I don't want to put that team in the top 10.
Yep.
I don't want to put Virginia in the top 10. That's how I
Yeah.
felt this week.
Yeah. It's
So
tough. It's tough.
interesting. Interesting.
Real quick question, little trivia for everyone out there. Uh, who do you think who was preseason ranked this year? Who was preseason number one? Who was preseason
Preseason
number
number one.
one to start the year?
And we both do know this, so
Yeah,
you're not trivia timing me.
you can
But yes,
answer it.
we'll give you a couple seconds here. You can pause it if you need to. But the answer was North Carolina. Okay, the
Yeah.
Tar Heels. They were actually it was a record for fastest from number one to dropping out of the poll. Fastest drop ever.
Yep.
They're not looking good. They're 15-9 overall, 7-6 in the ACC. Just lost at Wake last night. Lost
Oh
at
yeah.
Duke on Saturday.
Gee.
North Carolina, not good, but Armando Bacot is balling.
Myrtle Baycat's really good. I really like this guy. But man, you look at this North Carolina team, and you say what's going on, because they have some talent on the
Yeah,
team. They
yeah.
basically have everyone back from last year when they
All
went
the
to the championship.
They went to the championship game, lost to the Kansas Jayhawks, and all they lost was Brady Manick and replaced him with Pete Nance Jr. from Northwestern. And it seems like a lot of guys are getting greedy. A lot of guys are getting selfish. Armando Bacot recently said, "Hey, if you don't want to show up on Thursday, just go home. Like just don't show up if you don't want to work." Um, seems like the NIL, the name, image, and likeness deals that are going down. Some guys are thinking, "Hey, I'm getting paid this much money, so I deserve this many field goal attempts a
Oh,
game."
geez.
And this guy's getting this much money, so he shouldn't be taking as many shots as I am.
Wow.
That's kind of what I'm hearing out of Chapel Hill. So not good for the Tar Heels.
And this is the perfect definition of why we were always debating whether or not to be able to pay college players to play basketball. They
Yeah,
get
darn
too
it,
in their head,
darn it.
then they don't develop basketball. They already
It's
think about the
greedy.
business perspective of it, and then they go to the NBA. Like that's the NBA. That's the NBA. That's
Yeah,
why it's the way that it is.
yeah,
And college basketball is supposed to be a team sport. You work together to win a championship, and you play hard and you play defense. You dive on the floor. It doesn't look like UNC has their head right. Baycott does. I think maybe Baycott's the one that's like, hey, what's going on? Stop
yeah,
it. Stop.
yeah,
If you just want to think about money, don't come. Don't come Thursday. I'll do
yeah,
it myself.
yeah.
I think he's the leader on the court. I don't think he's the one thinking about money.
I'm with you on that. I'm behind Baycott. I'm a
Yeah,
Baycott fan.
Baycott's awesome. Wouldn't watch. We talked about him last week.
Yes, and speaking of that late season Wooden Award watch list, we're going to look into four other
Yeah.
guys. If we named all 20 candidates last week, go back and look at that episode if you want to hear all 20 names again, or you can just Google it.
Yep.
But who do you want to start with today?
All right. All right. Let's go ahead and start off with, we should have even brought him up last week, just to give him some respect. Okay, this is the number. He's gonna win. He's gonna win this. I'm telling you. I got. He's winning the Wooden Award. Zach Edey, boys. Zach
Yes,
Edey.
yes,
We already brought him up
yes,
today. This guy
yes.
is averaging 22.4 points, 13.2 rebounds, 2.2 blocks. Okay, pretty decent stats. Now
Beast.
look at this. Look at this. These percentages. He is shooting 62.7% from the field. That means more often than not, he's making his shots.
Yeah,
And then to top it all off, this guy is 7'4", and he is shooting 73.2% at the free throw line. He hits his free throws. Like, You don't see big Shaq was not good at the free throw line. Tim
No,
Duncan
no.
was not good at the free throw line being that
Edie's
big.
got touch. Edie's got
He's got
touch.
some touch. Okay.
And that's a factor why I think he can play in the NBA. He's not on a lot of people's draft boards. I looked the other day and nobody's got him anywhere really. And
Yep. Because he can't
with
shoot
that
the three.
I
Because he can't
but
shoot
with
the three.
but with that kind of touch, I think he can be an NBA player. No doubt right now it's his award to lose. He's not he if he's not number one for everybody, then you're not watching the Big Ten. You're not watching college basketball. Anything else on your boy Zach Edey?
Yeah, just let me toss out a couple stats from his previous 5 games. This is the point rebound total. Last game, 33 and 18. Then 18 points, 13 rebounds, 38 and 13, 19 and 9, very modest, and then 24 and 16.
He's an animal. He's dominant on both sides of the floor, and he can lead Purdue to a national championship this year. No doubt.
Easily. This guy's the best player in the game. I'm having fun watching him. Watch Purdue.
Watch Purdue. Zach
What do you got,
Edey,
Corey?
Zach Edey, number one on everybody's list. Number two on probably most people's list is Kansas Jayhawks only, Jalen Wilson. Big Jalen himself. He's actually the leading scorer and rebounder in the Big 12 conference right now.
Rebounder too?
Leading scorer and rebounder. He's averaging 8.5 boards a game, along with his 20.7 points per game. Now that 20.7 points is second in the Bill Self Kansas era to a guy who averaged 20.9. Okay, so he's 0.2 behind. This guy was the 2017 Wooden Award Player of the Year. Who was he? 6 years ago, Player of the Year, leading scorer in the Bill Self Kansas era. Who was he, Max? Trivia time. 6 years ago, the Player of the Year.
Is this your favorite player, Brandon Rush?
No, Brandon Rush graduated in 08 or left in 08. Geez.
Well,
in 2017, he was the Wooden Award Player of the Year, averaged 20.9 points per game. 0.2 ahead of Jalen Wilson's 20.7 currently.
damn.
This guy was the Wooden Award Player of the Year 6 years ago, and you don't have any courtesy for him right now.
I just can't think of him right now. What is it?
And it's Frank Mason. Now, I think that might have surprised a lot of people. I think that surprised a lot of people, but Frank Mason had a hell of a year, averaged almost 21 a game, which no one has ever done for Kansas while being coached by Bill Self.
Yeah.
So Jalen Wilson is creeping up a couple more big games. He's gonna be that guy. If we don't remember, he actually committed to Michigan coming out of high school, and then John Beeline left to take that Cleveland job where he just got abused at, and then Jalen Wilson reopened his recruitment, and it ends up at Kansas. Mm-hmm. He breaks his left ankle as a freshman. Plays in 2 games, breaks his left ankle, and now he's in his 3rd year playing. Obviously, he's a national champion, averaging 20.7 points per game, 8.5 boards, leading rebounder and scorer in the Big 12. He's dominating.
He's fun to watch. His control of ball handling is very good. And I did not know about his rebound numbers. What is he?
8.5.
6'7"?
6'7", 6'8", yeah. The 8.5 rebounds is the Big 12 leader right now.
How about that? Well, yeah, Jalen Wilson's the man. I think he's probably number 2 right now and wouldn't watch.
Number two on most people's list. Who else do you have for us today, Max?
All right. Going to Duke, okay?
The Dukies got one this year, huh?
Kyle Filipowski,
yeah.
freshman.
Big.
Right now, he's 7 feet tall. He's averaging 15.5 points, 9.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals. You know, pretty solid. Pretty solid
for a 7'1" guy. 1.3 steals.
Yeah,
down there.
Yeah. He definitely has some good handles. He's shooting 42.7% from the field. His free throw percentage is 77%. That's pretty good. He gets fouled, he's going to knock him down. And then from the 3-point line, 28.7, but a 7-footer that's shooting threes.
You said what was that free throw percentage?
Free throw? 77.
Okay, what did three? You said 3-point percentage 28.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
three
I
point
thought you said
percentage 28.7. Yeah.
okay. I thought you said free throws were 28. Jeez.
Ah,
Okay, you got me a little worked up. Got me worked
sorry.
up. Okay,
Didn't mean to do that to you.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But and then we'll just name a couple quick games that he's had lately. Once again, this is points, rebounds, 9-9, 14-7, 16-11, 18-7, and 29-10. So he's a little up and down the board, but you hear this guy for the wooden watch, and then you look up above the two guys we just named, and you're like,
Yeah.
there's no way he's going to catch up to these guys. No way.
No, he had to fill out the list of 20 guys, and congrats to him. That's an honor to be
Yeah, I
a
mean, he's
top
having a
20
good
player.
season. I'm not saying
That's
he's
an
not
honor.
doing well,
Yeah,
but
he's got us talking about him.
yeah,
I like his versatility. He plays a lot on perimeter as a 7-1 guy.
yeah,
He's pretty smooth.
yeah.
He's pretty smooth. He's gonna play at the next level. He's gonna play in the
I
NBA.
I agree. He's definitely what the NBA is looking for: 7-footers that can drive the ball and shoot it. It's kind of cool to see people so big now that can actually drive like that.
Man,
Fun to see.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, if you got a 6-foot guy that can pass and shoot and dribble, and you got a 6'10" guy that can pass and shoot and dribble, you're gonna take the 6'10" guy.
Yeah,
So the bigger you are, the better.
no doubt.
Anything else about Duke freshman Kyle Filipowski?
That's it for me.
All right, last player that we want to hit on from the late season Wooden Award top 20 watch list. We got the big man out of Arizona, Azuolas Tubelis.
Oh,
This guy's the leading scorer and rebounder in the Pac-12 right now.
damn.
He's currently averaging 20.8 points, 9.5 boards, and just over 2 assists and 1 steal a game. This guy's dominating the Pac-12. His last couple games, he went for 19-8. He went for 40-9 against Oregon,
Whoa,
40 points. Okay,
whoa.
that was on 16 of
We were
21 shooting.
wow.
16 of 21 shooting in
That's the
that
high for the
40-point effort.
year, right?
I
That's
think
the
it
high for the
is.
year in college.
We're gonna have to look that up to verify, but it
Yeah.
might be. Before that, he had 25-10, 18-12, 14-10, 15-17.
Damn.
This guy's
That's
killing. This
good.
guy's killing for Arizona. He's listed at he's listed at 6'11", 245. He's from Lithuania. Now, a guy also from Lithuania listed at 6'11", 240 for the Sacramento Kings right now is Domantas Sabonis. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
if we could have a comparison for Azuolas Tubelis, it's definitely Domantas Sabonis, both from Lithuania,
Yeah.
both the same size. If we remember, Sabonis played 2 years at Gonzaga, number
Hmm.
11 pick,
It's a good
had
player.
a 2 solid seasons, but Azuolas Tubelis' numbers are better, and
Wow.
I we're talking about a 3-time All-Star now in Domantas Sabonis, and I'm thinking Azuolas Tubelis could be just as good, if not better. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I would say, does he shoot the three?
Let's see what his three is. What his three
Because
point percentage
the
is.
bonus does. I mean, I know he can shoot them, but I don't think he's like, it's not one of his main
He's
things.
taking just under 1 a game. Okay, he's only attempting .9 a game, but he is
Okay.
shooting 41%. He is shooting 41%,
Okay.
but he's
Pretty
not
solid.
taking
But
them.
one shot a game, that might be,
He's not taking them. Yeah.
yeah.
But he's the leading scorer and rebounder in the Pac-12, and he's looking like he could be a first team All American this season.
Yeah. I'm looking, he might be jumping into that top three just based on everything we said. I think Amarno Baycott would make that top five as well from last week.
Yeah,
Uh,
he could. He could.
but yeah, this is a great player. If Arizona's on TV, make sure your eyes are on this guy
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he is a great basketball player.
He really is. We're looking forward to that that Arizona UCLA matchup.
Yeah.
The round two, Arizona got the first one if we remember, but they play again Saturday, March 4th, in the last game of the season. This one in Tucson, so we're definitely
Great.
looking forward to that.
That's gonna be fun.
More games that we're looking forward to is we got 5 juicy matchups to talk about. The five
Yes.
juiciest games of the
Yes.
weekend. They all fall on Saturday again. But
Mhm.
just to look back real quick on how we did last week, I had a solid week. I got three right. I got 3 out of 5. Okay, I missed on that Kansas beat down, and then I also missed on the Boilers. But
Yep.
uh, but Max, you only got one right. Okay, you got 1 out of 5. Okay, you took the Zags. You took Gonzaga over St. Mary's. Okay,
Yep.
you were sleeping on the Gales. You were sleeping on
Hey,
them.
they always lose to Gonzaga. They always do. And
Not this year.
history
Not this
proves it.
year.
But not this year. Yeah, the Gales look better. So yeah.
Hell of an overtime game. We were out at a bar called Happy Camper. I never seen so many Gales fans. I think everybody wanted Gonzaga to lose. But we were opposite there. We were opposite on Texas K State. Texas came back from 14 down, beating K State, and then we both got Tennessee right, and we both missed on the Boilers in Kansas.
Yeah.
But so I got a 2 game lead on you going into this week.
All
So
right. All right.
starting out hot,
Plenty of time to
starting out
catch
hot,
up. Plenty of time to catch up.
starting out hot. But first game we want to talk about 2 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. This one's going to be on ESPN.
Mm.
Rivalry game, okay? Battle for the state. We got number 3 Alabama going to take on Auburn, okay?
Yeah.
This one's a
Great.
sexy one in the SEC, okay?
Yes. Great matchup here. I think it's going to be a defensive kind of game. That's what it looks like Auburn is doing right now. They're playing some really tight defense.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm still going with Bama because I think Bama they're ranked them. I have them number 2. I think they're
I
that
got a
good. They're
number 2,
10
yeah.
and 0, 10 and 0 in the SEC. I don't think that changes this weekend. I'm going Bama.
I'm with you too. I don't think that changes. Could Alabama possibly run the table and go undefeated in the conference?
I think it's a possibility, but that Bama Tennessee game is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Bama Tennessee game a week from tonight at Tennessee. Okay.
Oh,
That's
I'll
gonna
be
that's gonna
watching.
be a sexy one. That's gonna be a
I'll
sexy
be
one.
watching.
I'm right there with you with Bama. Okay. I think Bama gets it done on the road. But this one's gonna be good. This one's gonna be good. Rivalry. Okay.
Mhm.
Next game we want to talk about here, also at 2 o'clock Eastern. Gonna have to have 2 screens going. We got a battle in the Big East. Okay. We got number 21, Connecticut, going to take on number 23 ranked Creighton. This one's gonna be on
Yeah.
Fox. Okay. We
Uh-huh.
haven't talked really, I don't think, any Big East. No teams in our top 10. Some teams in the waiting room in the Big East. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
We got a handful. We got a handful of teams in the Big East. I don't think anybody's really separated themselves from the pack.
Yeah, agreed on that. UConn started out so hot this year, and then they just went on this crazy losing streak, sadly enough.
Yeah, lost six
But
out of eight. Lost six
and,
out of 8 at one point.
and
UConn,
Creighton, I think they were ranked as high as 7 this year, and then they dropped
Creighton's
out
up
of the
there.
rankings. But now they're back. Now that I see that they're back in the rankings. So
Creighton's back in the rankings. They got Ryan Kalkbrenner back. Obviously, I like Creighton, and I'm going to take them in this matchup because they've
yeah,
won 6. They've won 6 in a row with wins over Providence and Xavier.
I like that.
And but UConn just looked good last night by beating the shit out of Marquette. Okay, they
Yeah, they
pounded
did.
them.
Oh
They
yeah.
pounded Marquette. We would be
But you know what? I'm also going to go Creighton on this one. I like the win streak. I like what the win streak's on.
okay. Uh,
Oh,
I'm going Creighton along with you.
good.
And the next game we want to talk about, this one's going to be on 4 o'clock Eastern. Okay. We got the Virginia Cavaliers ranked 8th. They're hosting the Duke Blue Devils. Duke's coming into town. This one's going to be on ESPN.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know,
Is Virginia going to take a lead here in the ACC?
you know what? I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna pick the upset with Duke. I think Duke's gonna come in, and Duke just had a good game against
Wow.
UNC.
Wow.
I know UNC's struggling right now, but
Okay.
they're gonna come with their other rival, Virginia. I think they're gonna take it home.
Okay, you said they got a big win over North Carolina on Saturday, right? But did you see that game on Monday from Duke?
No, I didn't. Must have
They
went to
got
bed.
they got their ass beat 81 to 59 at
Oh,
Miami. Okay,
Oh, that's
so
right. I'm sorry.
so looks
Yep.
like they used
Woo.
all their juice on Saturday. Didn't have anything for Miami, and for that, I got to go the better coach team, the better disciplined team. That's Virginia. I'm going Virginia at home.
All right.
Fourth game
Good.
we want to talk about also at 4 o'clock Eastern. Another double scrappy two screen situation. This one's going to be on ESPN2. Battle in the Big 12. 14th ranked Baylor Bears going to take on the 17th ranked Horned Frogs of TCU. This one's going to be good. Who you got?
I love a nice Big 12 game, but I am going to go with the Baylor Bears.
Baylor Bears. I'm with you on that one. They're they could go on a little streak here and get into the top 7 or 8 of these
Yeah.
rankings. They're coming.
Yeah.
Baylor's good. They just got Jonathan Chamwa Chachua back. You know who
Mm.
Jonathan Chamwa Chachua is?
Nope.
Everyday John is what they call him. Tore his ACL
Oh,
last year. They just got him back healthy, big man. So he's going to be a factor along with
that's great. I'm
with
glad
their
he's back.
backcourt. Glad he's back too.
Yeah.
Jonathan Chamwa Chachua. Okay, go look for him. Last game we want to talk about. We got a little rivalry here in the Big Ten. I don't know if you want to call it a rivalry. You may not, but I'm going to call it a small one. We got the 18th ranked Hoosiers of IU going to take on Michigan. Okay, in the
Mm.
Chrysler Center. This one's going to be on ESPN, 6 o'clock Eastern. What you got in this one? Hoosiers are riding high.
Yeah. That's exactly who I'm taking.
Ooh,
I'm going to respect the Hoosiers because they took down Purdue this weekend, and then they took down the Rutgers in a great game last night. So,
yeah.
hey, uh, I don't want to root for the Hoosiers, but I'm going to pick them.
I believe Indiana led pretty much that whole game last night against Rutgers and led obviously big time against the Boilers. And Hoosiers are hot. But they're only 3-5 on the road, and I think this is a trap game, and that's why I think Hunter Dickinson's going to have a
Oh,
big game and get a W for the Michigan Wolverines.
all right, all right. I
Okay,
like it.
Saturday evening, Michigan's going to pull off an upset against a hot IU Hoosiers team.
I like it. I like it. Definitely Hunter Dickinson is really good. Uh, Michigan's cocky as fuck, though. Oh man, they're a cocky team. They're one of those teams you don't. I am not
Well,
pleasant watching with them. I know your father-in-law and your wife are big Michigan fans, but
they
man,
are, they are.
it's Purdue versus Michigan, I'm like, man, I can't
Yeah.
stand Michigan. They're a bunch of cocky douchebags.
Do you think going back to Jalen Wilson and how he committed to Michigan, and then John Beeline left and Juwan Howard came in. Do you think
Yeah,
that had something to do with Jalen Wilson not wanting to go to Michigan? Is that cockiness about the Fab
maybe,
Five, and he didn't want to play
maybe.
for Juwan Howard? Juwan Howard's just out here smacking people in the face, and Jalen Wilson probably didn't want any part of that.
That's maybe. It's a little loud from that bench, and it seems like a pretty overly aggressive
Yeah,
is what I would call it from the bench.
a
And
lot
then
of
on the
barking.
court, it's overly cocky once again because
Yeah,
they're just a cocky bunch, man. And
they
that's
are.
how that's what they play with. That's their energy is being cocky as fuck.
But I got him in an upset Saturday night. Saturday evening, I think Jed Howard, his son, he's got two sons on the team. If you didn't know, Jason Jett. Jet's the freshman star. He's going to
Mm.
be an NBA player probably, but I got the Hoosiers losing on the road.
Good, great game, great game.
All right, that'll conclude our college basketball podcast for the week,
Yeah.
February 8th. We got some good games tonight and tomorrow, and obviously all those games on Saturday. But Sunday we got Super Bowl Sunday, so
Hey, the
let's get a
big
quick pick.
one.
Let's get
I
a
hope
quick
everyone
pick
has the
from you.
day off. I hope everyone took the day
I'm
off.
off.
It's basically
I'm
a
off.
holiday.
I'm off. Gonna
Yeah.
be gonna be making my pulled pork actually, my honey
Oh,
balsamic pulled pork.
that
So
is some good pulled pork, everybody. Maybe Cole Breezy will tell you the recipe in the
yeah,
description of the
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
It's
Hit us
it's
up for
delicious. It's
hit us
delicious.
up for description. But if we want to talk about juicy, boy, you need to put a bib on, and because you're drooling, you're drooling.
Yeah.
You need to you put a bib. If you don't put a bib on, your shirt's gonna be wet. Okay, and you're gonna have to change your shirt because you're just gonna be drooling. drooling for that pulled pork. All right. But who do you have winning the game?
Well, my mouth just got really moist thinking
Oh,
about it. So I'm more thinking about that pork roast than the Super Bowl right now. Uh,
that's fair.
but moving on to the Super Bowl, I'm just going to make this pick real quick because we're kind of done talking about football. I got Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. I got Patty
Yep.
Mahomes and the
Yep.
Chiefs.
Yep.
That's who I'm going with. I think it's going to be an awesome football game. Two number one seeds going against each other. It's going to be fun.
What more could you want, really? I have to agree with you that that experience. What is it? 3 out of the last 4 Super Bowls they've been in, and
Yeah,
all that experience, and they've been there, done that. The Eagles haven't been there. Jalen Hurts hasn't been there. Nobody's been there for the
yeah.
Eagles. Okay. Uh, I mean, who even knows who was on that team that Nick Foles led to the Super Bowl? If anybody's still around, I don't know.
I really actually couldn't tell you.
Jason Kelsey, probably Jason
Yeah,
Kelsey was, yeah,
yeah.
but probably not a lot of guys. So
Hmm.
that experience factor is huge when it comes to this. There's a lot of outside noise when it comes to the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs have already been through that multiple years. So I'm going
Yeah.
Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's getting an MVP, probably a Super Bowl MVP, and go Chiefs.
Yeah, I guess go Chiefs. Hey, Rihanna at the halftime show. Don't forget about that. Rihanna's on.
Well, I'll be watching. I'll be
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
thanks for tuning in, everybody. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think, and we'll be back next week with another college basketball episode for you.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody. Make lots of burgers, hot wings,
Yeah, get on the grill. Get on the
buffalo
grill.
chicken dip.
We're gonna get
Come
on the
on.
grill too. So,
Oh yeah, definitely get on the grill.
oh yeah,
You
have
gotta,
to,
you gotta have all
have
the
to.
junk food you want. This is one of the
Yeah,
best games.
enjoy
This is one of the
yourself.
best events of the year is to watch the Super Bowl. So come on, you got to be there for it.
Enjoy yourself, definitely. All right, everybody, have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Don't tell mama.
Don't tell her.